Jeff, Javenture, Geo,
It's me, Jeffrey,
Aubrey,
Javenture,
Studios,
Allberry,
Allberry,
Javenture,
Elderberry, Waffleberry,
Wildberry.
Thornberries, Wild Thornberries.
I don't know any more berries. Scary
Halle
berry.
Berry.
What's next? Wildeberry.
Wildeberry.
Wildebeest?
Wildebeest. I was gonna say Wildebeest.
Yeah, Wildebeest, Wildeberry. That's all I got for you. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. So who are you?
I am a man of many talents. What are those talents, you ask?
Yeah, what are those talents?
Twerking. Okay, let me stop.
Damn.
Let me be serious. Let me be serious. So yeah, I am someone who likes to create. And that's a very simple answer, but it's the truth. I like to create, but I like to create through my body. I like to create through my words, my voice, my tonality, my vocabulary. I like to create through my thoughts in a deeper way than just manifestation, but I like to create through just thinking deeply about things. So that's pretty much a very small synopsis of my ability. And I'm happy to be here.
Oh, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Understood.
All right, let's get into these questions.
Let's get into the questions.
We're talking about a lot of stuff today.
Okay, no problem.
Talking about some damn.
It's okay.
My voice a little messed up today, guys. Just saying. So
you judge here, you're gonna have to walk through me. Okay.
Yeah. Walk through the camera, walk through the video, and then walk through him through the video.
I think that's a blessing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Seeing me in person is crazy.
Experiencing him in person. Experiencing Experiencing him in person is crazy. But today we're talking about some health, wealth, and astrology. Health, wealth, fitness, astrology. Health, wealth, fitness, astrology. Health, wealth, fitness, astrology. Health, wealth, fitness, astrology. Hey. Okay, that's it. All right. How do you personally define health beyond just physical fitness?
How do I personally define health beyond physical fitness? Okay, so I do think that health is more than just going to the gym. It's more than doing push-ups. It's more than doing sit-ups. For me personally, I see health as being intentional about what you put into your body. And it's not as simple as just dieting or trying to eat healthier, but what you put into your body or lack thereof. So not putting anything into your body. This goes so much deeper than simply working out. This is fasting. This is something that I've done so many times and trained myself to do. I've done a 40-day juice fast, and throughout that 40-day juice fast, I've learned to reduce the amount of food that I put into my body to cure myself from the effects of overstimulation. So there's a bunch of different forms of overstimulation that I'll throw in just because. You got overstimulation from doom scrolling, distracting yourself by watching social media, or not feeling your feelings and simply distracting yourself through content, through entertainment. You have overstimulation through movement, through getting shit done, which is the world today, which is going to the gym, trying to start a business, make as much money as possible. That's another form of overstimulation, which is not facing your feelings or feeling your feelings, but running from them and distracting yourself so you don't have to feel the parts of yourself that you're running from. The part of overstimulation that we're talking about now is overconsumption of food, which brings us back to fasting. So pushing away working out, let's leave that off to the back burner for now. Fasting to me is very important when it comes to your health, simply because it removes the overstimulation of overindulging and feeling your feelings through not starvation, but through lack of satisfaction and satiation from food, even drinks a lot of the time, like juice and things of the sort. Whenever you are focusing on health, the whole goal of health is freeing yourself from the traps and limitations that you put on yourself. So for me, when I did my 40-day juice fast, I stopped working out for a while and I started focusing on a completely different side of health. fasting showed me aspects of myself that I was not willing to face when I was overindulging in consuming food. Mm-hmm. Feeling the feelings of starvation, feeling the feelings of hunger, I learned that it wasn't necessarily the feeling of hunger when I wasn't eating, but it was a feeling of unprocessed emotions that would come to the surface that I would have to face. That previously, when I wasn't fasting, if feelings came up that I had to face, I would just eat my pain away. So there's this feeling called hangry. Like, you know, if you don't get your food, I don't know if you can relate to that, but if you don't eat, you get hangry. You almost get like frustrated, annoyed. Whatever's inside of you is going to be expressed whenever the right circumstances are there. So whenever you don't eat, you're going to get this feeling of frustration, stress, anger, you know, annoyance, easily annoyed. But the only reason that you can feel those feelings is because they're inside of you. If it's not inside of you, you're not going to feel it no matter what. But you're purging from all of these feelings. You're purging from all of these unprocessed emotions, from past breakups, from past traumas, all things of the sort. And when you stop putting food in your body, you can't run from those feelings anymore. So you're forcing yourself to face them. And there's different levels of fasting that we can go into, further into, I guess, the questions. But yeah, there's definitely a bunch of other ways that you can, you know, focus on your health rather than simply going to the gym every 5 seconds or even stretching. There's a lot of different ways. So I'll end that there.
That was great. That was amazing.
Thank you. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here for your voice.
You're okay. We're okay. We're all okay. It's all good in the hood.
It's all good in the hood.
Is that you self-regulating?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. I love you so much. You're so great. Have you ever experienced burnout? And if so, what did you learn about yourself from it?
Have I ever experienced burnout? Yes. I've experienced burnout.
I know you've experienced burnout.
I'm a Pisces. So when I do things, I'm all or nothing. I do either to the max, I overindulge, or I underperform, you know? So I either overperform or underperform. With burnout, like I have my moments where I have like this huge, intense buildup of motivation and I want to do something like create content. And what I'll do is I will neglect everything else in my life and I will focus on going ham on content. Hard content. As soon as I finish one video, I'm on to the next. When I'm editing one video, I'm editing that video. I'm not eating. I'm not doing anything. I'm just working. Now this happens when I get that motivation for fitness. This happens when I get that motivation once again for content. That happens when I get that motivation for, you know, like shifting a reality, changing my space, cleaning, being around a certain person. I overindulge, I overperform. What I learned about myself is that the only reason that I'm overperforming a lot of the time is because I don't want to say I'm punishing myself, but for me, it feels like I'm punishing myself because I feel like I need to complete something. So I'm chasing after something to escape something else, which is why I completely neglect everything and I put all of my energy into one thing, one focus, because I feel like this is going to free me from the version of myself that I don't like. That's the lesson that I learned from myself. But for me, I realize now that there's no need to run. I'm perfect just the way I am. I don't need to run from anything. And I learned to accept myself wherever I am. So if I dive into these moments where I have like an extreme amount of motivation and I want to go into something, I learn to pull back and I learn to space it out amongst a bunch of different things. And I learn not to push myself so hard because there's nowhere to go, there's nothing to do, and I need to be patient with myself. So I learn to be patient with myself. I learn to give myself grace whenever I'm relaxed. I learn to give myself grace whenever I want to take time to myself. I don't always have to keep moving forward. I don't always have to keep doing something. Sometimes I can just sit still and relax and sometimes but transmute that energy of motivation into just nothing, you know? Okay. And I learned to not take it and throw it in one thing, but I learned to take it and just take bits and pieces and put it into this, put it into that, and store some. Because it's going to come back. So if I store some, it'll come back and it'll rebuild this whole energy of motivation, and I'll be able to place it in different aspects of creativity without actually burning out. So being patient with myself is a lesson I learned through burnout, and stop going so hard with a negative intention. Go hard, but make sure the intention behind why you're going hard is pure, rather than running. Because you can go towards something and be running from something at the same time.
That's so
true. Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask, what is, for people that experience burnout, maybe this is their first time experiencing burnout, what is the first thing they should look for within themselves that they know that they're burning out?
Say that one more time.
So someone that's experiencing burnout without realizing that it is a burnout, what is one sign that they should look for that they're being burnt out?
Tiredness, fatigue.
Physical, emotional, energetic. Fatigue.
I would say mental fatigue.
Mental?
Yeah, mental fatigue and mental stress. Because a lot of the time, when you are going through burnout, it's going to show first in your, what is it? It's like you become mentally overwhelmed. It's almost like other things in your life, as you're going through burnout, say you're burning out in a certain aspect of your life, what's going to happen is you're going to start falling into like procrastination. You're going to slowly start pulling back from something, but you're still going to be trying to force yourself to get this done. And what that's going to do is it's going to cause a bunch of other things in your life to start compiling and piling over, but you're still trying to force yourself to move forward. Other things are going to start compiling, and you're going to start pushing other things to the side, or you're going to start procrastinating, or you're going to start, shifting your focus to everything at once. And when this happens, you're no longer present. That's another thing. When you start losing your presence, you become overly consumed with so many different things at once, and you can't focus on one thing anymore. So you become tired in the mind. You become fatigued. So I would say mental fatigue, because that doesn't happen when you're focusing on one thing.
Yeah.
When you're focusing on one thing and you're moving in one direction, you don't become mentally fatigued. But when you're focusing and trying to multitask, and you're focusing on so many different things at once, and you're not actually completing anything, but you're trying to move forward here, move forward there, pick one lane. But when you start diving into this, following different lanes at one time, and you start becoming mentally fatigued and you can't focus, losing focus, that's another thing. Then that's when you start noticing.
Do you feel that strict diets or fasting are more about discipline, cleansing, or connecting with something higher?
Strict diets more about cleansing, I think.
Or fasting, any type of discipline, cleansing, or connecting to something higher. It can be all three.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's all three. I think, once again, everything is intention. So I think it just depends on what your intention is. If you're fasting, you can fast to get closer to God, which is the God within you. So once again, the key to get to the God within you is through breaking through that overstimulation and getting to the point of stillness, which is where there's no movement. It's just still. This is overstimulation. This is what your goal is. So yeah, I think it depends on your intention. If you want to connect closer to God, you use fasting to heal you in that direction. If you want to lose weight and you're focusing on maybe fitness or working out or loving yourself more, then you can use fasting to help you lose weight. It definitely just depends on your intention, on what direction you want to go with the fasting. But yeah.
Which intention do you feel resonates most with you?
Getting closer to God.
Getting closer to God. Yeah. The inner God within yourself.
Yes, 100%. So the biggest thing with me is, the reason why I started fasting in the first place, when I first started doing it, it's because I wanted to cleanse my body. And my biggest goal in my life is to master myself. So I want to master my emotions. I'm a Pisces, Cancer. So I'm a very sensitive and emotional person. My biggest thing was to be able to master my emotions or master myself through fasting. That was the biggest thing for me. But as I started to do it, I started to kind of get in my ego a little bit, because I noticed that before I started fasting, I started eating, bad foods, and it started to show in my face. I started to bloat. I wasn't necessarily overweight, but I was bloating. When I started fasting, my jawline started to come in. My ripped body started to show, and it became something less of finding God and more of feeding the flesh and kind of just appearing more attractive.
Yeah.
And it worked like that for a while. And then after, we all go through things because there's lessons in it. I learned to detach from that. And then I started fasting, getting back on track and fasting to find myself and to get closer to God within me. And that was a fun experience. I learned a lot through that process. But yeah, it's definitely intention. Just depending on what you're looking for, what you're seeking, what you're feeling, you move intuitively. And fasting, once again, only comes to you intuitively. It's not something that you should just start.
Yeah.
You usually got to have a feeling for it. You usually have to want it and usually that God within you, that subconscious conscious, is what's going to lead you in the direction of fasting. The intention may not necessarily be clear, but you'll figure that out on your journey. But you're going to learn a lot of things throughout that process about yourself.
Yes,
so you may not go straight to God in the beginning, but you will find God if you stick with it.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been fasting? Like, when did you start? Like, what year? How old were you?
I'm 26 now. I just started like the whole fasting experience of last year. I don't want to say the whole last year. Yeah. When I say I overindulge in things,
I thought you've been doing this for like a minute, like maybe like 2 or 3 years. Not gonna lie.
That's the thing. Like, there is a lot of lessons in overindulging. It's a scary journey, and you can, not even with fasting, but with anything, if you overindulge in something, you can really fuck yourself up.
Yeah.
You know. So me, because I don't want to. Is it an addictive personality? Is that what it is?
Addictive, yeah. Because I have the same thing.
Yeah.
Overindulge, addictive. Yeah.
Yes. So with an addictive personality, I overindulge. So when I was doing magic mushrooms at one point, I was doing like big doses. I did like a 15 gram at one point.
Yeah, all hero doses. That's a whole another one.
Have you too?
No, I haven't done a hero dose yet. Wait, but side note, we're gonna come back to that. But that hero dose for you, explain that experience.
Oh shit!
Please explain that experience.
So the hero dose. Okay, so what I did is I took a chocolate bar.
Oh.
I took 2 chocolate bars. There were 4 grams, I believe, 4-gram chocolate bars. I took 2 chocolate bars. I ate maybe a 2 gram, and then I smoked California weed. All of that in one sitting.
Damn.
It got to a point where I was sitting there and I was just looking at the wall. Everything started to get completely dark, and then I started to see like these violet cage-like lines in the midst of blackness. And if I closed my eyes, I would become like the shape of these lines, and I would be in complete nothingness, just violet lines in complete darkness. Luckily with shrooms, it doesn't trap you under to where you can't move, like where you're stuck and you're like just in a trip.
Yeah.
So I danced to get myself out of it, keep myself moving. That was my way out. But that's the best I could tell you about the experience, because I didn't allow myself to get too deep. I ran from it by trying to overstimulate. Movement. That's what I did. So I don't have like a huge story about what I experienced, but all I know is if I would have sat silent in that moment and I would have just sat there like this, oh yeah, I would have tripped balls. I don't know where I would have went, but I would have went somewhere.
But you've went deep before. You've went like really, really deep.
Over the course of time, yes. But the deepest shroom trip I've ever had was on a 2 gram. A 2 gram.
It was meditation you did.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it's a spirit. Like, shrooms is a spirit. So I could take a 50 gram and it may not even hit like a 50 gram. It just depends on what your body's ready for, you know? So if you have a bad trip, your body was ready for that bad trip, or it was necessary. But for me, when I took a 2 gram trip, it was from a new seller that I had at the time. And it was the strongest trip I've ever had in my life. And that trip, I was going through different type of like scary relationship realities, like, because I was in a relationship at the time. And through this relationship, I was seeing like different perspectives of the relationship that I'm in. I see everything as a learning experience. So even being in a relationship, I'm so conscious, I can fall into the trap of overthinking. Yeah. But on that trip, I'm seeing relationships with my dad. While I was on this trip, my phone, my dad was paying my phone bill at the time, and my phone service cut off, so I couldn't access anybody.
What? Yeah, while you're tripping?
Yes, 100%. So, and this happened a couple times. Like, usually when I'm on shrooms, my crown chakra is wide open, like with or without shrooms. It's wide open. I'm always in my mind. So for me, say I'm on shrooms, my phone would either stop working, or say I have like something I want to talk about. I'll put my phone on record and I'll start talking. By the time I'm done talking and I go to turn it off, it turns out that it was never fucking recording. Or it turns out that, oh, my battery was on 1% and now it just fucking died. So it's like every time I'm on shrooms, if I try to record something, it don't fucking work. Yeah. If I try to make content, it don't fucking work. Yeah. If I try to do anything, it don't fucking work. Don't know how that happens, but it happens. And that shit sucks, because I'd be having some gems, bro. I'd be spitting facts, like shit that could change my life if I told you it. But it never works out. Never fucking works out. But yeah, the worst trip that I've ever had was just, me laying in my bed and me just going through thoughts of relationship that I'm going through or things like that. And it's just repeating itself. And I'm going through a loop. And that was probably one of like the scariest trips that I've ever had. But I don't think I've ever had I did. I had another trip. I don't know if you ever feel these, but whenever I do shrooms, I get these like body sensations where it's like I envision my foot breaking out of my shoe and going into like a werewolf claw, and I feel it expanding and like the claws come, bro. It's the craziest shit. One time I was standing next to the washing machine, and right when it's at the end and it's like I guess doing the rinse or the spin, it's like a tuku, 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 tuku. And I was zoned the fuck out, and I was standing right. It was right behind me. I was standing right in front of it, and that sound, my heart was going tuku, 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 crazy as shit. But it's like I'm on shrooms, so it wasn't just my heart beating. It was like my eyes were closed, and I was like kind of in a meditative state with it, and it's like I could see my heart in a cage, and it was just fucking beating, a flashing red light, beep, beep, crazy as shit.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, but I've never had like a bad trip, but I've had some really crazy experiences through tripping.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question. How do you pull yours? Because you said that you use fit gyms whenever you're tripping, right? My thing is that I find it very hard to speak when I'm tripping. Like getting anything out to other people or just to myself, it's very hard to come out of my crown or out of my head. Mm-hmm. How do you do that?
Well, when you say come out of your head, what do you mean by like being in your head in the first place?
Like I'm just very, very quiet, very observant. It's very hard for me to have conversation while tripping. Like a lot of people, some people just be talking, just saying what's on their mind, and I'm just every single time I'll try to like look at you and say something. I'm like, yeah.
Been there.
Yeah, and it's like everything is in my mind, but as soon as I try to execute it with words, it doesn't want to come out, and I don't know why. I don't know if I'm not like it's something that I'm lacking, like when it comes to interpreting something or just like I don't know. I don't know what
you're trying to say. So yeah,
I don't know.
I've had experiences like that before. I could say like for me, that's all I can speak of is my perspective. But all I could say is for me, sometimes the magic mushrooms can give you so much energy that your body, or I'm not going to say your body's not used to it because or your body can't hold it, because if your body couldn't hold it, you wouldn't experience it. It wouldn't let you. But sometimes you do have so much energy coursing through you and aspects of your body are opening up, and you just don't understand it yet. So you're trying to navigate it. But usually you just have to breathe. And the reason why you can't communicate with people is because you're no longer present. You're in your head, you know?
Yes, and getting out of my head while I'm tripping is so hard.
It's very hard.
Because sometimes I like staying in my head, though. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm in my head to dissect the little things that I'm trying to, like, figure out at the time of like, my life when I'm taking this room. But most of the time, I be wanting to come out of my head, but I just find it so difficult and it pisses me off. But it's not, I get mad while I'm tripping, but I'm just like, damn, Kmaia, this person is engaging with you while you're tripping. And it's like Christian and I were tripping the other day, and he was just like talking, and I'm like barely saying a word the whole like 6-hour trip.
Well, question. In moments like that, what's wrong with just saying, hey, I'm tripping and I'm kind of in my head right now, so just give me some time. Like what's so hard about, like, why do you feel that you need to be able to communicate when you're tripping? I
don't know why I feel like I have to. I just feel like with the people that I have tripped with, I'm like, if they're talking, why can't I talk? Just like it's easy for other people to talk and get their words out. And even in the sober world, getting my words out is hard sometimes. Like just what's in my brain, because I'm always up here. So when I'm tripping, it just makes it 10 times harder. I don't know exactly why. I just feel like I should be, like, if they're doing it, I should be able to talk as well.
And they're usually tripping too, right?
Yeah. Like, yeah, if I'm tripping with someone, I'm usually tripping with someone else.
Maybe you just have different parts of yourself that are open compared to them. They may be open in their heart, open in their throat, and you're like open in your head. So I guess it's less about like, why can't I talk and why can they talk? And it's more about like, what are my strengths and weaknesses in this moment, and how can I utilize those? Like, it may be teaching you how to use you're looking at yourself and saying like, oh, why can't I do this? But it's like, that's a gift. So it's like, maybe it's teaching you how to utilize that aspect of yourself and translate that, or how to set boundaries. I'm looking at what you're saying as a lesson for me too. So it's like, is it really a problem that you can't communicate? Maybe you're not meant to communicate. Maybe you're just meant to observe in that moment. So your throat chakra's closed because it's not time for you to talk. It's time for you to listen. Maybe it's teaching you lessons like that, you know, or maybe allowing you to use your head in a deeper way to understand what's actually going on in front of you. Just an idea, I guess.
Okay, I did like that. Thank you, because I definitely I think I like what you said about what I can't do and what they can't. Like, stop having that. I'm gonna use that more.
Yeah,
because I do that a lot.
Powerful, bro.
Yeah, that shit is powerful.
No, you're powerful.
Oh, I'm powerful.
Yeah, beyond measure.
Thank you. You're powerful too. We're all powerful. Super Saiyan mode. Oh my gosh. Have you noticed differences in your mindset, creativity, or even intuition while fasting?
Yes.
So while fasting, and then I want you to compare how you were before the fast compared to your creativity and intuition, everything after the fast. So before, during, and after.
Before the fast, I was overstimulated. I was insecure. Not to say I'm all of a sudden not insecure anymore, but you know, like before the fast, I was overstimulated. I was constantly heavily fidgeting. I couldn't really be too still. I was stuck in movement. I was quick. I was, you know, always in my head. During the fast, because it connects you closer to God. What is God? Pure energy. So God is purity. Like if we go to Christianity and we look at Jesus Christ, just a brief little detour. If we look at Christianity and we talk about Jesus Christ, he was the perfect person. He was the man who never sinned. Yeah. So if Jesus is God in the flesh, God is an all perfect being or an all perfect energy or an all pure energy. The closer you get to the God within you, the more you purify yourself. So before I did my fast, I was impure. You know, I needed to purify myself. So in order to purify myself, I went on the fast. And the more I started to unlock that pure energy, perfection, perfect person, I started to allow the God within me to come out, my subconscious, my higher self, whatever you want to call it. I started to slow down. If you see monks and the Chinese, the Asians, how they put their hands behind their back, and when they walk very, 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 very slow. Yeah. Very slow. It's like they're so present, even just walking. It's like they have nowhere to be. That's what I started to do. Even walking across the street, I became so pure, so patient with myself, so loving, so confident, because that is what God is. That is what God is. Yeah. Pure confidence, because you're accepting of yourself. You know, I'm patient because you have nowhere to be, because everywhere you need to be is here. Everything you need to do is here. So when you become more understanding of yourself, of here, you're not rushing anymore. So I stopped rushing. I became so slow. Walking across the street, going to fucking Marshalls. Like, there's cars that stop and allow me to cross. Bro, I'm not worried about nobody. I'm just pacing myself, taking my time. You're in a rush. Can't relate. That's your problem. But now me being more patient with myself, now I'm rising demons out of you, and now you're facing your lack of patience. So my authenticity and the God within me coming out, me being slower, is now stressing out the people around me because they haven't tapped into that God within them. So now my authenticity of the God within me is now rising up shadows in your impatience. But you're not impatient with the world, you're impatient with yourself. Yeah. So after the fasting, I became more patient, excruciatingly, painfully patient. Even I was doing construction with my dad, and it's like people are go. Yeah, can't fucking relate. That was not me. I was fasting while doing construction, and I was still patient. I'm hammering the nail. I'm making sure the nail is there, making sure I got my hammer held correctly. Boom. Never had any more problems with safety or anything like that because I was present with everything. It even got to a point where doing construction, I don't do it anymore, but I was doing it and I fucking hated it. I hated it because I was so overstimulated. The story that I was creating about the job that I was working was a negative story. It was pulling me away from it. I didn't like it. Ugh, it was gross. But when I started fasting, I didn't care what I was doing. I was doing construction. I started making sure I was prepared. I started waking up super early. I started naturally just not liking it, but I started looking forward to waking up and just going to work. Fuck it. I was going to work. I was calmer. I was slower, but still efficient. And I had a better energy. I became a better leader, just tapping into that God within you, which is pure energy. That purity is going to show everywhere. I started waking up doing my absolute best with everything that I was doing. Conversations that I had with people, it was easier for me to have small talk, even though I consider myself somebody who's struggling with that. At that time, I was having small talk with random people. I just felt the need to compliment people, to tell people, oh my God, like, you look amazing. Or, you know, I started attracting people to me, complimenting me, saying, oh, I love the way you carry yourself and things like that. So there was a lot of like hefty changes, and I wish everybody can experience these changes. But the only way to experience these changes is not fasting, but it is connecting to that that character within you.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to do that is to put your focus and intention there and to purify yourself. You can do that through anything. You can do that through fasting. You can do that through meditating. You can do that through not jerking off every fucking 5 seconds. You can do that through, not binge watching, which I guess is another form of overstimulation through scrolling, but not binge watching Netflix.
Yeah.
You can do those things. That's okay. Like, you can do those things. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not a problem. You're not going to get further away from God unless you overindulge. But fasting for me is what allowed me to no longer run away from the shadow, because the shadow is coming in front of you to show you aspects of yourself. And if you don't run, it's going to change into something else. Boom, another version of yourself. Accept it. Boom, another version of yourself. Accept it. Boom, another version of yourself. Accept it. But if it shows you a version of yourself and you don't like it and you're like, fuck no, Chipotle. Fuck no, you're not facing it.
Yeah.
You're not facing it. You're not facing it. Yeah, so the longer you go without facing it, the more it's going to stop just coming up like this. It's going to start doing this. Nope, Chipotle. Nope. It's going to start kicking your ass until eventually you're on your fucking ass and now you have to face it. Because now it's here and you can't fucking move it no more. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so how do you feel about people saying that? Because I know how important patience is, but what about when it comes to getting things done and people say you lack the sense of urgency?
Lacking the sense of urgency?
Because I feel like you should be urgent for certain things.
Oh, 100%.
Or you should, yeah.
If somebody has a fucking gun to your head, you should be urgent and not fucking die. But I mean, at the end of the day, once again, it's just another trap. Like, what exactly do you need to be urgent for? Like, what? Like, and this the hard, bro. I have conversations like this with like people, and especially adults who've been out there in the field. It's the hardest fucking thing. This is why you need to create your own shit. This is why you create your own shit, because then you're in charge. But as long as you under somebody else's thumb, you under somebody else's rules, you under somebody else's matrix, then yeah, you have to abide by those rules and laws.
Yeah. Because
the reason why you're stuck up under somebody else is because you are not yet the person that you need to be in order to get out of it. Mm-hmm. So, you utilize the tools and you utilize the lessons and all these different things through that. Let's shift that a little bit. 9 to 5. You work a 9 to 5. People talk down on 9 to 5. I'm never working a 9 to 5. Understand that sometimes you have to work a 9 to 5 in order to learn the skills to be the person that you need to be. Right now, you're here working at McDonald's. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. If somebody says there's something wrong with that, they overstimulate. Okay, so you working at McDonald's. This is the version of you who owns, let's say, an empire, land. You're free. You freed yourself. There's steps you have to take to become that person. A lot of people want to jump there. Can't do that. So you work at McDonald's, you're learning people skills.
Yeah.
You're working at McDonald's, you're learning customer service. You're learning how to be efficient and effective, time management. You're learning all these different things because this person up here that you're trying to become has the time management skills.
Yeah.
Has the people skills. So you don't align with that person right now. So you go through these series of steps, and the less afraid you are and the more risk you take, the faster you're going to go up. But a lot of people get comfortable here.
Yeah.
They may go up. Now they're making 10 grand a month. And it's not about business, but you guys can understand that.
Yeah.
So you're making 5 grand a month, but you grew from here. You're making 5 grand a month, but this man's making this version of you's making infinite money. So boom, you still hustling. You're making 15 grand. You almost there. But you get comfortable here. You're like, all I need is this. This is all I need. I'm content. There's nothing wrong with being content, but growth is endless. Yeah. So contentment is how you start growing, But at the same time, it's weird because it's like you got to be content or not content. You got to be grateful for where you are.
Like appreciate what you have.
So do you understand what I mean? Like, it's not like it's like be grateful, but don't be
comfortable.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you want to be comfortable in the that's so weird. You want to be comfortable in the uncomfortable, but it's like you want to be grateful for what you have, but understand that this is not a limit.
Like, there's always more.
There's always more, because there's no ending to anything. Yeah. Existence is infinite. So you have to learn to get to that mindset that I already have everything that I need, but not a limiting way of thinking that. I have everything that I need, but I'm going to keep growing. I'm happy at where I'm at, but this doesn't mean that I stop. It means that I keep going. And I'm happy that I got here. I'm happy what I got here. I'm happy what I got here, but you're still moving forward, It's like you're walking through Universal, and as you're walking through Universal, it's like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be here. But you're not gonna stop and just stay in Universal, and then you gotta keep going. Disney World next. You know what I mean? You keep walking. You in Disney. Oh my God, this is amazing. Keep fucking walking. You know, on the way here, fucking, I'm looking at all these different buildings. I'm like, oh my God, this is beautiful. Oh my God, this is beautiful. But I gotta keep driving. I'm trying to get to your house. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So, who is this like a universal thing, or who says, or where's the rule? Because I can't say is it a good thing or a bad thing, because good and bad are all subjective.
Yes, sir.
To say someone get that 15 grand and they are good and content with that 15 grand. Who says in the universe that that's bad?
Well, that's
or
the
that
thing.
That they can't, they're like 15 grand, that's what they need. Like, that's literally all they want. They feel like that is, like, they don't want to be up here. They want to be right here.
Yeah, if you want to be here, if you want to be comfortable, is what it is. Like, yeah, there's no right or wrong. It's just understanding principles. And the principles are infinites, abundance, joy, all these high vibrational feelings, even the low vibration, because there's lessons there. Low vibration isn't good or bad. High vibration isn't good or bad. It simply just is. But yeah, it's just when you get to a certain point, if you stop moving forward, you're cheating yourself.
Yeah.
So the only reason I use money is because it's a good form of measurement for everybody to understand. But if you make it 15 grand, if you at this frequency, if you're still moving forward, you're going to transcend this frequency regardless. You may make 15 grand and $1. Like, you're going to keep moving forward, and everything flows to a person who's constantly moving forward. Yeah. You know, so you don't want to get stuck in contentment. That's a very wonky aspect of that conversation, but somebody's going to understand it. And the reason that I said it so confusingly like that is because it needed to be said like that for somebody who probably is misunderstood to understand
it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Got me up.
On my soul, gang.
On my soul, gang.
Everything happens for a reason, bro. I might not even be making sense right now, but
no, you're making the most sense.
Somebody gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
These are some gems.
Yeah.
Comment your favorite gym so far. It was that a gym right there.
Call me Bob.
What financial habits or mindset shifts made the biggest difference for you?
Shit. Shit. That's a very good question. I would say it's a couple of things. Self-respect. Self-respect. Yes. Self-respect. One thing that I used to do is I would get clients, like the universe guy would be sending me opportunities, but me not being punctual, not taking myself seriously, which is why you aren't punctual. Me not taking myself seriously, me not having that self-respect, which is why I procrastinate. On an opportunity, I'll tell them, hey, I'll get it done this time. And I wouldn't get it done that time. So not being a man of my word, not having that integrity. I think self-respect, actually taking myself seriously, communicating, getting things done when I say I'm going to do them, showing up when I say I'm going to show up, being on time, which is why coming here, I make sure to get here early because be on time, and taking opportunities and not taking them for granted, not taking the opportunities that you get for granted. Because there's a lot of people out there who want to do business, say you want to be a photographer, or you want to be a nail tech, this, that, and the third, or anything of the sort. If you're not taking the actual opportunity that arises seriously, everything on the external is just the internal. So if you're not taking the opportunity seriously, you're not taking yourself seriously. Oof. Yeah. If you're not being real with a person, you're really just not being real with yourself. You know what I mean? So I think just self-respect, having that self-respect allows those opportunities to continuously flow in and out. That's an income right there. That's an income stream. Yeah. An income stream is not just one income. That's it. 2 years later, another. No. Constant, consistent self-respect, being on time, being respectful, being honest, being integral. These things will allow opportunities to continue to flow. And yeah, self-respect, 100%. Having integrity. Okay.
Does self-respect look different for each person? Because like self-love, I feel like that looks different for each person because each person wants love differently. So is that the same? Is that applied in self-respect as well?
I want to say it looks different. The way people perceive it may be different, but at the end of it, it's all the same shit. It's like God. It's like you got religion, you got spirituality, you got different philosophies like Taoism, Buddhism, all these different things. They look different. It's all the same fucking shit. You're all trying to find God. The same thing. So it's the same thing with self-respect and self-love. It's like at the end of the day, it looks different. It may even appear different by the action aspect of it, but for the most part, it's all leading to the same thing. It's all to get to the same place. We're all going to the same place.
Yeah, we literally are.
Yeah.
Our beliefs can all be so different, but we're all flesh with the soul inside of us, and we're all going to the same place after.
100%. 100%.
Wait, so why do you? I see that you use. I know it's all the same thing. You just said it, but you use the universe and God. Is that just out of habit?
No, the only reason that I do that is because I know
comfortability with the rest of the society.
I just want everybody to feel a part of it. So instead of just saying the universe, I'm
God, universe.
I'm sticking to one demographic. So I try to hit every angle. What is it? God, universe, divine,
Mother Nature,
subconscious, higher self, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's all the same thing. At least I think so.
Yeah.
Now I could be wrong. I don't ever think that I'm always right. You can hear how I'm communicating. I don't think I'm always right at all. I know that I could be wrong. I'm a Pisces, so one thing that I struggled with is boundaries at a point. So trust me, I take accountability. Even when I'm fucking right, I still be like, damn, like, is it me? Is it me? You know, I'm always trying to figure out, am I the problem? Am I the issue? So I never walk around thinking I'm always right. But yeah, I say that simply because I want everybody to feel a part of the conversation. I don't want people to think that I'm only talking to one group and you're an outcast.
Yeah.
Everybody's a part of the conversation. God, religious God, spirituality, philosophy, ancient philosophies, anything like that.
Yeah, and the ones that come here, the ones that watch this video, they're gonna understand. They're gonna get it.
They will.
Yeah. What's your sun, moon, and rising, and do you feel it reflects who you are?
Yes. Yes, I'm very.
Go into explicit detail about everything with your astrology.
I could try to go explicitly, but it's very straightforward. I'm a Pisces moon, Pisces sun, and Cancer rising. Straight water sign. This is why when I dance, like, I for some reason I've always, even before I took dance class, I've always been gravitating towards waving, ocean, water. Thank you so much. So I've always been gravitating towards waving, ocean, water, flowiness. The way I speak, it's very flowy. The way I dance, it's very flowy. The way anyways. So everything I do is very flowy, very sensual, very passionate, very in tune. As a Pisces is one of the most spiritual and one of the most creative signs. For me, yes, 100%. Even if I have moments where I fall into a shell and I escape and I go into fantasy land, Pisces, it's me. That's why I disappear a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as a Pisces, I'm very creative. I'm very, very sensitive. I'm very intuitive. My emotions are definitely one of my biggest lessons. For me, I'm here to learn to master my emotions, which is why I'm such an emotional person, which is why I'm such an addictive personality. All of these things are lessons for me to learn in this lifetime. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm doing. Very sensitive, very, very sensitive. I can feel energies. I'm an empath, so I can feel your energy. I know how you're feeling before you know how you're feeling.
Yeah.
I don't always call it out, but I can feel it. And I'm learning to, as I'm getting older, I'm learning to be able to distinct my feelings from other people's, because that is, I would hang out with people and I would feel their stress and their frustration, and I would take it as my own and be like, damn, I'm just
is there projections? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to do the same thing too.
Yeah. So I feel that. I feel a lot of that. Like, I can be in a room full of people and I could feel every single person's emotions. I'm still learning how to channel it, not even consciously, to be honest with you, but it's definitely everything about a Pisces, everything about a Cancer, everything about a double Pisces at that is definitely true with me 100%. 100%. If you learn about Pisces in astrology, you're going to see my name pop up. That's how direct it is. That's how accurate it is. Cancer, look up a Cancer. A lot of it has to do with Pisces as well, but it also has its own traits. But yeah, it sticks 100%.
Damn, that was really good.
It's no pressure. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. So when it comes to your fashion, like, why? Like, why do you, not even why you dress the way you do, but why do you dress the way you do? And why is fashion such a prominent aspect of your life?
To be honest, not gonna lie, I think the first thing that got me into fashion was Cheetah Girls. You watch Cheetah Girls?
They ain't got no swag.
Nah.
Oh my God.
So Raven, Gabriella. Yeah. Or was that her name?
I have no clue.
I don't know. Raven's character in the show was a fashion designer, and That's So Raven. I used to love That's So Raven as well. And she was a fashion designer and wanted to go to fashion school in the show. And I guess just watching that, I really, really fucked with that. So the older I got, and I even did a fashion show. I did a fashion show when I was in elementary school. And I started my own fashion portfolio and started to draw my own clothes when I was in elementary school as well. And when I started to actually put my style to use was when I got to high school, because we didn't have dress code. We had a dress code, but I used to like, add my little
Mix it
swag,
up.
have a little 1-2. But I didn't feel comfortable dressing all the way until I graduated, because of course I was getting into my adult form, and I was like, okay, and I was more comfortable to present the way I wanted to present. I wasn't able to dress the way Kmaia wanted to dress because I'm very masculine presenting, and it still was a lot of uncomfortability when it comes to my family and me presenting the way I present. So I didn't want to pull up like it's too insecure. I was too insecure and I didn't feel the love. So I was like, okay, I can't express myself all the way through fashion, because fashion is a form of expression. It's one of the craziest form of expression. I feel like as soon as you see someone's fit, you can feel their energy off of their fit. I swear. Like you, just like how you were saying earlier about everyone has like their like
archetype,
right? So you can feel the energy off of it. And it may be people that dress like me, yes, but they're not me to my essence wearing this fit. They can have on the same fucking fit, but it's not Kmaia's essence in the fit. It's your essence that the fit helps bring out. So whenever I put my little swag on, it's helping me feel free to express myself comfortably. Because if I'm already showing up very confident anyways in a nice fit, automatically if you're out and you see somebody in a nice fit, you assume that they have some type of confidence about them. And me having that towards other people, I know people probably have it towards me, and it pulls me to be more confident. Because if I dress a certain way, I can't look this way and not be confident in myself and not love myself. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't compute.
Understand? Yeah. So I don't know if that answered your question.
That answered all the questions that I had. No, because the thing about me is, you know me. I've had so many different styles. I dress so many different ways. Athletic clothing, the tech wear, we talked about that earlier. I've tried so many different things. And it's like, as a dancer, I want to get back into my dancing. But it's like at the same time, I'm spending a lot of time with one of my old time friends from a long time ago. You never see me in these baggy ass jeans.
Yeah, not gonna lie, seeing you pull up and you had jeans on like that was crazy.
Yeah, got the little signs.
You usually have sweatpants on, or you have the skinny jeans.
Like the dress pants. And the thing is, like, I don't often wear jeans, but he told me, he's like, hey, you got to change your style. And he's showing me a lot of things about myself that I've hidden. Because when I used to hang out with him, I used to be outgoing. I used to be fun. I used to be a jokester. I used to be socially confident. And it's like, he parted ways, I parted ways. And then it's like, through the rest of my life, I just started going through lessons and lessons and lessons, and they put me into a show. Like a lot of people, you go into the world and the world fucking fucks you up.
Yeah.
So he's back in my life, and he changed his whole life. Has a business now. He's successful. He's doing his thing, and it's something that I admire and I appreciate. And it's like us being back into each other's vicinity. It's like I'm learning style. I'm learning like styles a lot more than just what I was doing before. I feel like I almost dressed like a dad. You know what I mean? So I feel like my little brother still lives with my dad, and the way my little brother dresses, he doesn't have swag. He doesn't have swag. He just wears a regular, maybe V-neck tee, puts on some regular jeans, and then wears Pumas, like regular, like trainer Pumas. And it's just like, bro, you dress like my dad.
Yeah.
That's my brother. You dress like dad. And I noticed that even me, like, yes, I tried a bunch of different styles. But as I started to grow older, I feel like I started to just go back into dressing just like a regular guy. And I'm not a regular guy.
Yeah.
You're not a regular girl.
Yeah.
So it's fun to try this. I came up with this outfit by myself, but I have Puerto Rican in me. So I seen this and I was like, Puerto Rican, put on the gold chains, put on the baggy jeans.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a start to a new era. So even you with the fashion, like, I would love to get together with you sometime and let's just fucking style it out. You got the event coming up.
Go.
You got the event coming up, and it's your best fits. I will be there.
Yeah.
And I will be dripped down.
You're going to be dripped down?
I'm going to be dripped down. I'm going to be cleaned up.
And it's not even like, I want people to also get the idea. It's not like superficial, like you got to wear, like, this isn't even saying that you have to look good. Like, it's not even about the clothes themselves. It's like the character behind the clothes. It's not necessarily like we got to like we're judging you for not dressing a certain type of way. I don't know. I just feel like I wanted to make that clear as well, that it's not
now
that,
they know.
Yeah, in that type of sense.
Yeah, I don't think you even give off that energy of like, oh, wear something nice because we're gonna judge you if you don't. But you know, I could still come and wear regular ass shit, and I know you would still be like, "I Jeff, dance floor." You know what I mean? So I feel the happy. I
just want to. I not even put that intention in there to like dress fly, because some people I feel like want to have the opportunity to, but maybe they just don't even get it, or maybe they just don't know what that feels like or looks like. But because everyone knows me, they know how I am. So if I'm saying dress fly, hopefully that gives people the confidence to actually like pull up and be in a fly fit.
I'm gonna be in a fly fit. Now I'm about to get some baggy ass jeans. Yeah. Oh my god, the baggy shit, I fuck with it. Yeah. I feel like it takes more space.
Yeah,
just like dancing, bro. Like I could be in one spot, or I could take up space. You know, even with talking to a group of people, I could talk to one person, or I could take up space. Yeah. And with the clothing, I can wear real tight shit, or I can take up space. I got parachute pants on, man.
Yeah, and then it can always change as well, like throughout the different stages in your life, you know, that you're going through. And then the older you get, because when some people dress the way they dress when they're 20, but they're not going to be dressing that way when they're 50 or 40.
Understood.
So it's going to change. It's going to change regardless. But as long as your essence and your character can come through your fashion, I feel like you're doing the right thing.
We're good, man. We're good. But yeah, the fashion aspect of things is definitely going to be a new era that I'm stepping into. Change my style, have some fun, try new things, see new places. Like there's so many different aspects of your character, of your person, that you can try new things. You know, talk to different people, go to different bars, eat dinner at different places. My friend, once again, like has money now. So he has his own apartment. Cool. He ended up hitting me up sometime. He was like, yo, let's go to Blackbird. It's basically a modern Asian bistro.
Yeah.
I started going. Amazing. Never been there before. It's nothing that I've never seen before. It reminds me of Sato's. It's not something that I've never seen before, but it's new. Never tried it. So if I get a girlfriend, she want to go on a date, you know what I'm saying? Hey, maybe let's go to Blackbird, you know? I could change it up instead of hitting her and saying, let's go to Red Lobster, let's go to fucking Olive Garden, some basic ass place, you know, like now I'm seeing new things, I'm experiencing new things, so now I have more in my mental.
Yes.
Like let's go here, let's go there. Oh, let's change it up. Let's try something different. Yes. Changing the style, encourage your people around you, even your woman, your man, whatever, encourage them to change their style. Let's try something else. Let's go shopping tonight. Let's go shopping tomorrow. Let's go shopping this weekend. Let's get new clothes. Nigga, let's go on Amazon. Let's search some shit up. Let's go to Pinterest and look up different things and see if we can try it. And that is what I fucking want. Oh my God. I want people in my life that I can do that with.
Yeah.
I want people in my life that I can change and try new things, and they're open. They're like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I never did that before. Let's do it.
Okay, we in. We in. That was funny as hell.
Yeah, man. So yeah, aside from the fashion though, can I ask another question?
Yeah.
I know it's not my goddamn podcast, bitch.
This is a conversation.
Bitch.
This is a conversation. I want all these episodes to be feeling like a conversation. So.
Oh my God, I got another question.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so do you love yourself?
Do I love myself?
Yeah.
I love myself. Do I love myself to that fullest extent in my most ability right now? Or not right now, but like in general? No, which is why I'm learning to love myself, because that's a whole journey. There's going to be times when you don't love yourself because you make wrong decisions, or you still got a lot of healing through certain traumas. And then you don't even realize that some things that you're doing is because you don't love yourself until you realize it. Because that's a lot of things I realized as well, especially with having a couple of new friends in my life that taught me what self-love actually looks like. And I'm just like, oh, I didn't even know that that's what it was. So me not doing that unconsciously, I didn't know that was me showing myself that I don't love myself. And now that I know that's what it looks like to not love myself, I'm learning how to do those things and have those qualities to calm myself down and be like, okay, like, all right, like I am, now that I know what it is. Because I didn't know, if we're ignorant about something, how do I know, or how would people know they have to grow from it if they don't know what that looks like? I thought self-love was like something so basic. I was like, yeah, I love myself. Like, I don't hate myself when I look in the mirror, but it's more than that. It was like, can you wake up to yourself every day? Like, when you say you're going to do something, do you keep your word when you say you're going to do that? Because that's a form of self-love as well. Like, keeping your word to yourself, or that's the biggest one right there. Because keeping your word to yourself can mean so many things of, oh, did I set this boundary? Oh, I said I was going to be here at this time. Did I get there at this time? oh damn, they opened the door and my whole brain stopped.
It's okay. I'm gonna put it back in motion.
You're gonna put it back in motion.
Yeah, it's like when you say you're gonna do something. Have you ever had moments where you say, like, where you're almost scared to make a plan because you don't trust yourself that you're actually gonna follow through with it?
Yeah, that's exactly why I haven't scheduled myself to go to. Well, actually, I did. I scheduled myself to go to a networking like event convention, but like going to a random drop-in one on like a Wednesday or like a Tuesday, they have on Eventbrite. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I haven't scheduled one of those yet because I'm like, or like even a meditation. I want to go to a meditation. I want to start doing more things, but I haven't committed to it because I'm I don't trust that I will fall through, but I know that I will. But I still haven't committed to it. But I know that I will if I put it in my schedule, but something isn't aligning for me to do it, which is making me feel if it's not aligning for me to do it, I'm not supposed to be doing it right now. Because if it's supposed to happen, then I would have made it happen. Yes. So obviously, if I didn't make it happen yet, then it's not supposed to fucking happen.
Because there's things you're making happen right now.
Yes.
You see what's happening right now?
Yes.
So, and that's another thing. It's like when you get really deep into that, you start having these feelings and thoughts that do not align with the rest of society. For example, discipline. Mm-hmm. I know discipline is important, but on the same end, multiple things can be true at once. So never tell somebody they're wrong because they could be right. They are right, just from their perspective. But I also believe that discipline is a bad thing. I feel like discipline is forcing yourself to do things that you're not, your soul is not, it's not needed at that particular moment. Discipline is really just using willpower and trying to force yourself to do things that maybe you're not in alignment with right now. So I do see like the flip coin of discipline. It can be good, but it can also be something that's not good.
How do you know the difference? Like, how could you even like, because how do you know when you're like, when it's not like the gym, for example, I haven't been consistent in the gym for the past month. So I'm like, okay, I just really don't know if this is the time for me or am I just not disciplined enough to take my ass to the fucking gym?
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's hard to know because at the same time, once again, flip coin, it's like, maybe you're not supposed to be in the gym because you can exercise a million different ways. Yeah. You can go for a run. You can do push-ups at home. You could dance. That's athleticism, play sports, whatever. Like going to the gym is just something that's been modernized and been, what's it called? It's like a trend now to go to the gym. Put on your little gym clothes, go to the gym, boom, pump iron, post it on social media, start a business. Everybody's doing it now. Yeah. And it's like now sometimes you're like, bro, I don't even like, I know I need to work out, but I don't even want to go to the gym.
Yeah,
I don't want to go to the gym.
And then that makes me feel like damn, like fuck.
Like you're less than. Yeah. Like if you're not doing it, if you're not going to the gym, you're not good enough, or you're being lazy or you're not moving the way the world is moving. When the gym is not your path. Mm-hmm. Calisthenics can be somebody's path. Maybe somebody's a nature boy or a nature baby and they are intuitively led to do calisthenics in the woods. Maybe somebody's intuitively led to go lift heavy in the gym, but it's because everybody has different lessons. Everybody has different directions.
Yeah.
So don't feel like you have to do what everybody else is doing. No matter how much it's a trend and how many people are doing it, you do not have to do what everybody else is doing. You don't have to wear what people are wearing. You don't have to go where people are going. You don't have to say what people are saying. Do you. Mm-hmm. Fasting, that's how you can connect to that God within you and also social media. Pull away from social media. Social media detox. Pull away from social media.
It's social media, but also the phone. The frequency of the phone itself.
100%.
Is social media, but it's the phone as well.
Everything has a frequency to it.
Yeah.
This plant has a frequency. Even if it was fake, it has a frequency to it. The phone has a frequency to it. The camera, even this box has a frequency to it.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be very intentional about what you use and why you use it, how you use it, where you put it, what you have and why you have it. Have an intention for everything. So social media specifically, just jumping back on that point, take a detox from social media. So not only do you take a solid food vacation, which is helping yourself heal from a level of overstimulation with food, but you also pull away from the social media. Now you go into social media detox. That's another level of yourself that you're going to have to, first you lose stimulation here. Now you lose stimulation here. You can't laugh no more. Because you can fucking laugh at your friends, but you become more present. The whole thing is to get presence back. Yeah. Get presence back. When you're doing this, you're not fucking present. Yeah, I'm on my phone right now. Shut up. You're talking too much. So it's like, get off of your phone. Look around you.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know this leaf had that pattern, Get off of your phone. Stop putting food in your body. Shit, what else? Fucking even don't talk. Like, don't talk for an hour,
Sit in
2
silence.
hours.
Sit in silence. Sit in silence.
Very important. Sitting in silence is probably like, and for me, I think meditation. Let me tell you what meditation is, because a lot of people think meditation is just closing your eyes and doing absolutely nothing. No. If you understand fasting, if you understand social media detox and other ways of fasting and protecting yourself from overstimulation or removing overstimulation from your life and destimulating, what meditation is it's, once again, doing these, sitting here, feelings are going to come up, thoughts, anxiety, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But all you do is you close your eyes, and what you're doing is you're breathing, and you're allowing these feelings to come up, these thoughts. It's going to happen when you're fasting. When you're fasting, when you're not eating, you're going to be like, fuck, I'm hungry, especially when it gets nighttime. That's when the demon comes out for sure. So you're going to have these feelings coming up, these thoughts, these negative emotions. They're coming up. Sit with them. They feel like, oh, they're not going to go away. You feel like, oh my God, I'm hungry. I need something. Shut up, relax, and just feel the feelings. Feel the feelings, feel the feelings. Eventually, when you meditate, after like 15, 20, 30 minutes, everything's going to stop. And now you're going to be where you need to be for meditation. If you're doing 5-minute meditations, it may work extremely long term, but you want to sit for longer periods of time because you are what is that? I don't want to say protecting. You are destimulating. You're stopping the overstimulation of being stimulated. So sitting in meditation is just feeling feelings, sitting with that boredom, and sitting with yourself. If you can't sit with yourself, you think that nigga can? No. So you have to learn to be able to sit with yourself and be comfortable in your own presence. The more comfortable you become in your own presence, the more comfortable you get with sitting alone by yourself. You ever been on your phone or watching a movie and the moment you turn it off, you're like, oh, I gotta go do something else? It's because sitting with yourself is too difficult. The more you're able to sit with yourself, this translates to acceptance. Now you can accept yourself. Now you accept yourself. You can sit in your own company. That's accepting, bro.
Yeah.
You can sit in your own company. You're accepting the being that is you. And the more you accept yourself, the more that translates everywhere else. Remember, everything external is internal. It comes from the internal. So if you're constantly judging yourself, understand you're constantly judging other people as well. You know, if you're constantly causing harm to yourself, you're going to cause harm to other people in your environment. It doesn't have to be physical. There's infinite ways that you can cause harm to other people. Even by simply being around them, you can be causing harm. Having conversations, you can be causing harm. You can be siphoning energy from other people because you don't have it within yourself, because you haven't been giving it to yourself. The internal is expressed in the external. So yeah, meditation is just simply accepting yourself and becoming comfortable in your own presence and sitting with those feelings, allowing your shadow to reveal things to you. The longer you sit in meditation, the more aspects of yourself that's going to be revealed to you. And if you could sit with it, if you can learn to accept it, if you could breathe through it, you're going to be awakening different parts of yourself. You're going to be connecting and allowing that God, that higher self, to be expressed externally. And that's how you change your life. But you have to build up that tolerance for you. You're building up a tolerance for yourself. And the higher that tolerance gets, the more powerful you become in the real world. It takes a little bit of time. You can't use alcohol to do it this time. You want that confidence? You can use alcohol to do it like that. But if you sit in meditation, you can get that. Give it a couple weeks. You know, if you want to have the best body, you can get surgery. It happen like that. Or you can do fitness. It takes time. Instant gratification is not the way out. That's the truth. That's where addictions come from. But yeah, long term. Do things long term. Everything that takes time, that's why they say nothing good comes easy. But everything that takes time, that is where the benefits come from.
Damn, you just sent us into a whole meditation. You sent us into a meditation just in that whole explanation about meditation. That was great.
Yeah, my eyes were closed the whole time.
Yeah.
I think I was able to.
I opened up a couple times just to check on you and to check on the camera, but it was closed most of the time too. And I was like really getting into like a flow state, which is crazy because I tried meditating last night, 15 minutes out of the sound bowl. First of all, that meditation felt like forever. The longer it takes for you to get into your meditation is because you're probably a lot of stuff is going on up here. And yesterday was a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. So trying to get into that meditation and get into that flow state, because meditation is like getting into a flow state of yourself. That shit was hard.
I bet
and it feels like whenever getting into that flow state when you can't find it. Yeah, it was a 15-minute meditation, yes. But it felt like it was 30 minutes long. I was sitting there like, fuck, when is it gonna end?
The 15-minute meditations, you said you were doing with a sound bowl?
A sound bowl. It was just it was one for stress, to relieve my nervous system, and sound bowl. I change my meditations up all the time. So sometimes I'll do a sound bowl, I'll do a sound bath, I'll either do frequencies or I'll do a guided one, or I'll do a breath work as a meditation, because breath work, meditation is the same thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I always switch up. It depends on what exactly I'm aiming for. But a lot of the time is why I like focusing on chakras, because our body, I feel like our chakras is very important to us.
Very important.
I'm always like, okay, what's going on? Like, what's going on now? Like, I don't know, because like for this week, it's been so much physical body. I've been going through a lot with my physical body over the past week, but it's also, I feel like it's coming out that way in this world because of everything I've been going through spiritually and emotionally. So everything that's just been coming out physically has just been like, which is how my voice is sounding like this right now. And it's,
you were yelling.
I was yelling, and I think I tripped up by smoking, because I said that I had tripped and got triggered, and I smoked again, and I was like trying to not.
You want some water?
I need some tea. It's some elderberry tea. Oh, wait a second. All right.
No pressure.
I got 2 more questions for you.
No problem.
All right. So this one is, what advice would you give someone struggling between chasing freedom and choosing stability?
Well, chasing is already a red flag. What advice would I give somebody for chasing freedom and what was the second half?
Choosing stability.
Choosing stability.
So that was referring to it in terms of stability. Say if working 9-to-5 life is stable, that's what it was referring to. 9-to-5 life is stability, but chasing that freedom to be your own boss, to express the way you want to express. Because in a lot of jobs, it's rare to find a really good 9-to-5 job that got good souls around you, where it does not drain you, right? So you don't feel free a lot of the time. So it's like people got to choose between either got to stay in this life or be your own boss and be creative. So what's the advice that you can give to people that are stuck between choosing themselves or choosing to stay in the matrix? Basically, that's what it kind of feels like.
Well, one word that I'm going to keep mentioning is the overstimulation. The reason people decide to stay in the matrix is because they feel safe with stimulation, because realistically, that's all they know. Trauma, stimulation, social media, ego, being liked, being seen, it's all stimulation. And when you remove the need to be seen, when you remove the need to be heard, when you remove the need to be understood, these are being okay without being stimulated in those ways. And most people in the world today, that's where the insecurity comes from. They want to be seen. They want to be noticed. They want to be heard. They want to be loved. They want to be cared for. They want to be wanted. They want to be desired. These are all different aspects of stimulation that are less tangible. So choosing yourself and chasing freedom, or choosing stability.
Choosing stability and chasing freedom.
Yeah, chasing freedom is usually because they are choosing stability, but they just don't have it. So they chase the freedom in order to get to the end goal, which is that stability. I'll try to answer the question in a different way, because I think I know what you're asking.
And just advice. Like, how could you...
Earlier you said about putting yourself first and chasing freedom. Honestly, I'll give kind of like a twisted answer.
Okay, but...
Putting yourself first is the complete opposite of chasing freedom. Chasing freedom is stimulating yourself into freedom, I would assume. If you're chasing freedom, you're going to overstimulate yourself on the road there. And when you're putting yourself first, when you're putting yourself first, a lot of people don't even know what it means to put yourself first. Putting yourself first is destimulating yourself. Destimulate yourself, because you're putting the stimulation first in order to feel safe. But when you put the stimulation away, you put the social media away, you put the overeating away, all these different forms of stimulation, you put the lust away, the wanting to have sex with everybody around you, needing to be around people 24/7. When you put that stuff away, now you're left with yourself. That is when you start stepping into real self-love.
Yeah.
Just because you take care of your skin, that's an aspect of self-love, and it does come with a territory. When you genuinely start loving yourself, you naturally start but just going and buying a bunch of skincare products and putting it on that's not self-love. Just, going and spending a bunch of money on unnecessary materialistic things, it comes with the territory when you do love yourself, but just doing it is not loving yourself. Like that's more stimulation. Some people have a trauma where they need to be stimulated through spending money. Yeah. That's another thing. That's why a lot of people don't have money, because they're overstimulated, not on social media, not from overeating, but on overspending. So just spending money on yourself is not loving yourself. Just taking care of your skin is not loving yourself. Once again, it's all intention. Why are you taking care of your skin? Because Do you hate? Do you have like this story in your head that if you have bad skin that you're not lovable? You know, a lot of people go to the gym. I love myself. I'm in the gym, and they post it on social media every 5 seconds. Oh, I'm in the gym. Yeah, I'm taking care of myself. I love myself. They're putting this in their captions. Like, it's like, bro, are you going to the gym because you can't even fathom yourself not being good enough if you're not working out? Like, are you running from who you used to be? Oh, I used to be fat. I would never go back to that shit. Fuck that. Nah, bro, I'm gonna be in the gym. I'm right now. You're running from something. So that fear is always gonna be like, you're gonna be chasing the goal the entire time. You know, with money, I can never be poor again. I can never be poor. Accept what you learned, accept the lessons, accept the poor, accept who you were when you were poor. Because if you can accept it and you can enjoy the journey getting out of it, then you'll never be afraid to be poor again, because you know how to love yourself through it. And with that is how you heal yourself and you get to the next level. But a lot of people are chasing. And that's why a lot of people who are working out burnt out. A lot of people who are doing content burnt out, because they're constantly chasing a goal because they're trying to get away from who they are or who they used to be. That's why a lot of people ain't succeeding, because a lot of people are running. The world is running. That's why don't look at people on social media and think, oh, they got it made. No, they're still running. They got a lot of money, but they're still running. The moment they burn out, everything's gone. Because niggas cannot run forever. Niggas is not superheroes. You know, so
Damn, that was good. In that moment, so many things flashed before my eyes. And one of the things that flashed before my eyes in that very moment of you talking is, first, I want to say thank you for being here. And thank you for spreading your knowledge and giving your wisdom, because this is going to help so many people. And this is going to expand this into ways I can't even fathom right now. So I just want to say thank you. I saw it all flash before my eyes, and I was just like, damn, like, you're spinning some gems, man. And
thank you.
I really believe this is going to resonate with some people, and it's going to go far.
I'm misunderstood, bro. You could hear in the way I fucking talk. Niggas be looking
You're
at me
understood
like,
by the ones that need to understand you. You're misunderstood by the ones that don't, that just, they're not ready. Or maybe they're ready for something else. Or maybe you're not the one to make them understand. That's all that is.
They're going to understand by somebody else. They're going to watch
so you're not misunderstood by people that actually, for the people that matter in your life. All right, so you're chilling.
That's the truth.
All right, so the last question is, what message would you want to leave for listeners who feel lost between two worlds?
Shit, be yourself. And that's the hardest thing. That's like the probably answer you don't want to hear, but be yourself. If you want to be annoying, be fucking annoying. If you want to be obnoxious, be obnoxious. Like, be yourself. Be yourself. Because there is lessons in who you are. If you're an obnoxious person, be obnoxious. Because if you don't be obnoxious, then you're not going to learn the lessons that you need to learn from being obnoxious. You know what I mean? So be yourself. Be obnoxious. Be annoying. Be overly loving. Be needy. Like, be yourself. Whatever you feel, express it. It's there for a reason. When you're being obnoxious or annoying or loving or needy or whatever, you're going to attract the situations that need to come to you authentically, whether good or bad. You're going to attract them. And there's going to be lessons that you're going to learn through those experiences. And if you need to make a shift, you will know. But just continue to be yourself. Don't feel like you have to be somebody else to make somebody like you. Don't feel like you got to be somebody else in order to get an opportunity. Be yourself. If you don't get the opportunity by being yourself, you don't get the person, then it was never meant to fucking be. Deal with it. So be yourself. Like, be unapologetically yourself. I swear to God, that's how you do it. And lately, I'm in the era where I used to, like, bro, when I used to, like, talk to girls and stuff, I always used to be like this, like, change into this nonchalant guy, like, what's going on? Like, all right, cool. Like, I don't do that shit no more. Now I'm like, bitch, I don't care. Like, I be messing around. I be playing around. Like, I be acting gay, bro. Just I'm messing around. I'm making jokes. Like, I'm just being myself. And if it doesn't work, I don't care. Yeah. You'll be okay. Your loss. But it's like, it is what it is. I'm not trying to be somebody else for nobody anymore, even family. Like, I'm not trying to present myself as this great, successful person just to please a parent or to please my siblings or whatever. It's just me, bro. If you don't like it, then shit, you're not my dad.
Thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate you and everything that you said. I really hope that you guys can resonate with the words that and the knowledge that he said today. He has been through a lot, which is why he knows a lot. You saw the story about the hero dose of shrooms. Like, this nigga has seen some shit. So I really hope y'all give him a follow, show him some love, show us some love. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video. And, you know, if you guys have any questions or you have any rants or you have any things that you just want to get off your chest, you can always send us an email at Henosis Talks, or you can DM us as well. And thank you so much for watching and staying here for the whole entire video. I love you guys so much. And let's continue building and growing this family and this community. Boing.